So I'd like to go through claim by claim and talk about why the affirmative is skewed in a lot of their views, and how we need to expand community policing, but they still haven't defined what that looks like. So let's talk about their significance first of all. They're saying that we have a problem, that somehow community policing is going to fix relations with the public, yet they have not stated any evidence as to that being the case. They have not said anything that would allure to the fact that the community and the police are somehow disjointed. I'd really like them to cite that evidence so they can maybe prove their point a little bit better. Some of the other things I wanted to talk about is that they talk about the amount of police killings in Los Angeles and how that's so much compared to everywhere else. Something that you also have to recognize in LA County is that we have a lot of we have high crime rates in LA County, and that we also have a large amount of crime generally going on in that area. They're also talking about how many shootings go on in the area, and something that they haven't annotated is whether those shootings were justified or not. Sometimes it's very dangerous in LA County. A lot of people can get a lot of weapons, whether obtained legally or illegally, and can threaten an officer's life. They have not stated how many of these were justified and were unjustified. So we can't really come to judge that until we know how many of these situations were really justified or not, because we can't tell if there's a problem if the cops are doing their job right. Their inherency claim that a problem exists, or their inherency claim that the current system is flawed, doesn't really say how the current system is flawed. We have community policing policies already in LA County, as stated by some of the various sources I have here, and they don't see or say what currently is wrong with those community policing policies, only that we need more of it. And I would suggest that if they have a problem with what is currently the issue, that they would address that, because just adding more community policing policies when it doesn't work wouldn't be an effective use of our time, our resources, or police department. Their solvency claim saying that it works is kind of what my argument just bleeded into. We don't know if it works. A lot of the evidence that various people have on community policing working isn't in a controlled environment where community policing was the only thing that affected. It's really hard to study which police activities specifically worked and specifically didn't, because in a lot of these specific situations, people will cite, or various police departments will cite, that they have added services, like an example, a successful practices and strategies for Sacramento County Sheriff's Police Department said that they implemented Impact Youth Services and Impact Gang Suppression Unit and the Impact Intelligence Operations Group. And they later cited that some of these strategies worked, yet they don't talk at all or account for any of the other strategies that allowed them to happen that year. Something else to note is that the definition of community policing is also not very clearly defined between counties. Like I said, that specific county implemented various services to help deal with gangs, various operation services that were made to tackle that. We also talk about how various other police departments, like Hayward, they implemented a management program that helps businesses. And another police department did an anonymous tip line, and then another one did beat cops, and another one did a crime-free multi-housing program. So we don't really know what community policing is. It's too broad to see which tactics specifically work, and that's why I want you to vote negative on the proposition.